when you just can't stop buying cheap guitars. Hey everybody, Jay Allen here, welcome back to the channel. So you can blame Average Joe's Gear Talk for this guitar review. He reviewed a Donner Q1 and it was available on eBay and it was less than $90. So yeah, it was listed for $88.99. For some reason it had like a 5% off or something coupon, so the item discount was $4.45. With free shipping, then my tax was a little over $5. So this guitar was just under $90. It was $89.61. So, of course, I just had to pull the trigger on it and get it. Let me just give you a little word of caution, though. When you go to eBay to look for Donner guitars, it's kind of a free-for-all when it comes to their guitars. If you go to the listing, this is the listing for the one that I bought. Look at this. It's Q1. It's $299. And then you've got some that are listed for $99. And then with a coupon code, it's $94. So you get this extra 5% off with code electric-guitar. And then there's some here that are listed for $88.99. Okay, you can save 20% off on this one, which I think is this final price here. But that says 56%. So, and they're all listed by Donner Music. Here's a listing of all the guitars. So this is Q1 HSS, basically the same guitar that I've got, $299.99. None of it makes sense. This one here, Q1 HSS, $299.99. Donner Q1, same, SSH they're calling it. It's the same photo, the same guitar. This one says was $199.99. It's $88.99. So I don't know if they just, because this one up here is listed, the Q1 for $299, and the DST 80s are listed at $299. Well, then here's another one, Q1, $299. So I don't know what's going on with their pricing. It's all over the place. Here's another one, Q1, $199.99. Extra 5% off with coupon. So just be really careful about which item you click on if you go to eBay to pick one of these up. Make sure you find the one that is listed for the $88.99. So yeah, so pay very particular attention to that. I don't know what's going on with them. I haven't, the last time I bought, and let me just point out that I don't have any affiliation with Donner. I don't have any affiliate links to eBay. Bought this with my own coin. I don't get any kickbacks from eBay, so whatever, but I just want you to be aware that, you know, if you want one of these things, don't click on don't pay any more than you have to, because I'm guessing that this guitar is probably priced right at about $100. So we'll see here in a minute. So then I've reviewed a few Donner guitars in the past, and I've had really mixed luck with them. I've got this one here. This one, I got a great guitar for $35. That video, I actually bought, this was a Seeker series, so this is the same model as this one here. It's back when they were, I think it was the DST 100. I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, it said Seeker. I got it for $35 off of Goodwill auctions. And that was the total price, was $35 with shipping, with the added little handling that they call and everything. So then I did the DST 400s, which I don't even think I've got the video up for that one still. But those were good. That was the transparent green finish. It had Alnico pickups on it, had an alder body. Those were fabulous guitars, and they were really, I mean, if you love that Strat style sound, those really sound like a Strat. But the DST 400 was replaced, I think, by these new ones. which is, now, and another thing, there's weird, I don't know, Donner, I don't know if Donner is actually owned by a single entity or what, because there's us.donner.music and then there's donnerdeal.com. So I don't know if they take you both to the same website. Yep, they do. It just redirected me to us.donner.com. So if you go to electric guitar here, and the where is it? The DST 600s. Those are the ones that replaced the DST 400, I believe, because these, well, different headstock, but it's got the vintage style tuners on it, which actually I like those, with the split post, so they're accurate. Yeah, see, this one's got 3 single coils, and I think these are Alder. Alnico 5, Alder. So this is what replaced that DST 400, which is kind of unfortunate because the DST 400 had that really nice looking semi-transparent green, which is the one I had. I actually bought it twice. I should have kept one, but one result. Yeah, okay, this is the same one that's on eBay. This was an updated. They took it and did something with they put the double rail humbuckers in it. So anyway, so I did the review on the Seeker. I did a review on the DST 400, which I don't think is on here. Maybe it's just hidden. And then so those 2 guitars I had really good luck with. And then it came to this one here, the Donner, I think this is DST 80, which is and that one's an ash body with an open pore finish. That guitar I'm not a big fan of. I didn't think that was a great guitar at all. I ended up selling that one right away. So anyway, there's a little bit of information about Donner and their guitars and how things kind of work with their branding. I think they're always trying to kind of reinvent themselves. So anyway, let's check this one out. This is the Donner Q1. I think they just came out with it January. So let's open it up and see what we got. Okay, so I'm going to do an open boxing on this unboxing, and then we'll take it upstairs, but I'm going to do kind of an overview on it down here, take it upstairs, check it out, and then we'll plug it in and do some sound tests. So we're going to do the deep dive on this one, take it all apart and see what's under the hood. But in the meantime, let's unbox it. So it showed up actually from Amazon. So I think this is the same way with the DST 80. They fulfill through Amazon. And it was free shipping. Okay, so let's check this out. Ships in the gig bag. Nothing else in the box, just the guitar in the gig bag. Seems like a pretty decent gig bag. It's got a neat pocket up here. Little rubber Donner logo. Nice handle. The handle on it's actually pretty decent. Zippers are kind of, they're okay. They're not great. This has got a little bit of padding to it. No neck block in it. Not terrible. Not terrible. Seen worse, seen better. Not the greatest, but not bad. Screw in tremolo arm. Couple Allen wrenches there. I've got so many damn Allen wrenches now from all these guitars. I try, when I sell a guitar, I try to include the Allen wrench. Ooh, yeah, it's got the vintage style tuners, but not the split post vintage style. So that's kind of a bummer, but ooh, nice paint job on it. Candy apple red, look at that, wow. That, and it is as bright as it looks in the camera. This is a really pretty red, wow. Okay, so strings are wrapped. You get this little tag with their website on it. Okay. Nice looking fretboard. Fret ends are pretty good. Truss rod axis in the top. String trees are just the cheap bent metal. Nice looking piece of maple for the neck. Bone nut, that's definitely a bone nut. Or a tech nut. Maybe that's a graphite. Let's see if we can get some specs on this thing. See, now I don't even think these are listed on their website. I don't believe they are. That's interesting as well. But anyway, I don't see a Q1 on their website. So these could be old stock that they're just trying to move. And so they just changed the name to Q1 because I think they have a DST 100 now, but it's not the same. Yeah, here, DST series. Yeah, DST 100. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe they still had DST 100s from the old stock in the old Seeker series. Yeah, I don't know. This is very weird. So that's Donner for you. They're all over the place. Let me see if the eBay listing lists any specs. So Q1, that's the guitar. Mine's in the red. Might as well grab the red one just to be sure. Poplar body, laurel fretboard, maple neck, classic strat body. Now see then. Anyway, this is the frustrating thing about super cheap guitars, and it's something that I've mentioned about guitars off Amazon, and people like to argue with me about it, that I'm wrong, that the guitars are listed and the specs are correct. I don't know why people argue with me, because it's true. There's so many inaccuracies with these listings. This is saying body material poplar. This says selected basswood. Does say laurel fingerboard here. 6-point trem. Yep, it's got the 6-screw trem on it. HSS pickups. Yep, that's correct. And then down here it says crafted from cano wood. I'm not even sure what cano wood is. But then right here it says selected basswood. Body basswood for crafting. I don't even know what that means, for crafting. Maple neck, Canadian maple neck, laurel fingerboard. Nickel frets, so these are not stainless, obviously. 18-to-1 tuners. Some kind of cheap strings probably. Urethane finish, ultra thin urethane. It comes in those colors. And again, now we're in specs again. Okay, model Q1, basswood, Canadian maple, 25.5-inch scale length, 12-inch radius, nickel silver frets, 6-point trem, 1 to 8 tuners. Satin finish on the neck, ceramic pickups, glossy paint. Then we're back down here to technical specs again. Rosewood. Now it's saying rosewood. Neck maple with rosewood. Solid basswood. Humbucker single coil. 2 single coil. So yeah, there you go. That's clear as mud. So anyway, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. That's why I do these reviews, because then we can actually find out what the true specs are. So enough of that. Let's go upstairs, take this thing apart, bring it back downstairs. We'll do some sound tests with it, and we'll see if it's a worthwhile guitar. All right, here I am out here in the garage, and we're gonna put this on the bench and see what's under the hood. I still can't get over how pretty this red is. Okay, so we did the unboxing. Let's check out the weight on this. I'm guessing it's a good 6.5, well, probably 7 pounds. 7.5 pounds maybe. 6.5. Good weight. Good weight if you don't want to break your back. Okay, neck material, we talked about that. That's maple, Canadian maple. They're saying, and I believe it's flat sawn. It says Indian laurel on the fretboard. Bodywood says it's either poplar or basswood or cano wood, whatever the heck that is. Let's check out the thickness of the body. Wow, that is full thickness. That's a full thickness body. So you can you can mod this with anything you want, pretty much. It's gonna work. If you want to put a full-size trem block in there, you should be good to go. Nut material, I said it looked like bone or synthetic. The listing for it says it's plastic, ABS. I don't know, it looks like bone to me. I mean, even a lot of the cheaper guitars are coming with bone nuts, so I have no reason to believe that it's not bone. Man, it looks like bone. Inlays are probably synthetic, synthetic mother of pearl. They're designed to look like mother of pearl, and the side dots are white, just probably ABS plastic. Okay, let's check out the neck relief on this. Yeah, it's straight as an arrow. Nut slot depth, I still don't have my gauge yet. This is great. It's got to be cut really well. I mean, there's not a lot of play in the strings. It looks to be cut really good. Let's tune her up and okay. Wow. Yeah, this sounds really good. All right, acoustic tone sounds really good. Okay, let's check for dead frets. All right, good. Frets are great. Even bending seems to be good on it. It's a nice fretboard. That's a nice piece of wood. Little dry, but we can oil that up. Let's check the intonation on it. We should have done that when we tuned it up. I'm guessing it's accurate. Whoa, no, that E is way off. Yeah, they're sharp. The B string is good. So those strings aren't terrible. Let me find out what they are. 10, yeah, those are 10s. Usually I'll put new strings on it, but these strings aren't terrible. So let's go ahead and adjust the intonation on it just to get that set. That way when we go back downstairs to do the sound tests, it'll sound okay. And as usual, it's sharp. And that's usually what I find, is that the intonation is off on these cheap guitars and it's sharp. And when you set your intonation, try to do it with the strings, you know, the size strings that you're going to use on them, because string gauge can affect your intonation. Put some tape on there so don't scratch that. Okay, that's bottomed out. That's as far as I can go. That's pretty close. I'd say that's close enough. Oh, and another thing, these tuners aren't bad. These tuning keys are actually pretty good. So, okay. Intonation is spot on now. We're going to check the frets with the fret rocker, see if there's any funkiness going on there. Oh, that one's a little ever so slight though. I mean, it's probably not even worth messing with it when they're that slight. That one too, just ever so slight. I mean, these frets are really good. Yeah, these frets are really good. I mean, when I say they're off, I mean, it's just ever so slight. What else do we have on our list here? Fret rocker, fret smoothness. Not too bad. Not too bad. They actually polished the frets, I think. They don't feel too gritty at all. So, and the fret ends, like I said, they're not really sharp. They're not ball end, they're not stainless, but they're, you know, they're not catching on my fingers. They're not sharp. I don't feel, you know. Okay, nut width. Pretty sure this is the 1.65 probably. Yep, 1.643, 41.74 millimeters. At the 12th fret, 51.39 millimeters, or 2.023 inches. Fret width is 0.095 inches, or 2.43 millimeters. And the height is 0.93 millimeters, 0.036 inches. Fretboard radius, let's check that out. I think it said 12 on the literature. Yeah, it's about 12, I'd say. Yeah, that's about 12. Close enough. All right, string height at the 12th fret. Let's check it out. 2 millimeters and 0.08 inches is what it looks like. And on the E, high E, 1.5. So they did a real good job of setting that nut and the saddles are even curved with the radius of the fretboard, which is, you know, so that means your strings are going to follow sort of the fretboard radius. So that's good. That was set up good. Neck profile, like I said, that's a kind of a C shape. So there's your neck profile. Just kind of your standard C shape. Rolled fretboard edges, I say no, I don't think they are. I think it's just rounded right about in here for some reason. It almost feels rounded on this side, but not that side. But I think a rolled fretboard edge is way rounder, so we'll say no on that. Neck thickness at 1st and 12th frets, I don't have any way to measure that because I don't have a caliper that can go under the strings. 0.85, I mean, that's with the strings. And this is 0.9. So if you would take off a little bit for the strings, or the fret, that's to the fret maybe. Fret widths and heights, we did that. So okay, now the fun part, where we take it apart. All right, so we are going to loosen our strings. So somebody I was watching doing one of these review type things, when they took the strings off, they had a capo over, or took the neck off, because I don't take the strings off and I take the neck, and they put a capo on it so the strings didn't go all over the place. But since I've left my capo downstairs, I'm just going to throw a little clamp on there. And that's just to hold the strings in place so that they don't go all over the place. There. Oh yeah. All right. Neck heel is nice looking. Oh, so it does, the fretboard is the style that kind of hangs over a little bit. So that, I don't know. That could be poplar. It's hard to say. basswood poplar, I guess six of one, half dozen of the other. Three-ply pick guard, white, black, white. It's almost got a creamy white to it because the pickups are bright, bright white, and the pick guard itself is a little on the antique white side, which is nice. Goes really good with that red. Okay. All right, so let's see what's under the hood. Okay, so we've got a humbucker, 3 humbucker routing in the body cavity. So you could put a humbucker, you could put 3 humbuckers in there, which is nice. Again, these are just regular ceramic single coils and a regular ceramic humbucker. It's got the 5-way, this is a 5-way switch. Feels good, but it's just the regular cheap PC board switch. Dime-sized pots. The one tone pot has a cap on it, a green cap. Just the inexpensive, the cheap plastic-coated wire, but the wiring is decent. I mean, it's not, it looks pretty good. Inside is painted, but not shielded. Just an inexpensive, you know, cheap 1/4-inch jack. Screws aren't stripped. I mean, it's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's poplar or not. I wish you could, there was an easy way to tell the difference between poplar and basswood. But then again, I thought the Tease guitar that I took apart might have been poplar as well, and Torsten assured me that it was basswood. So they just use really good basswood. I guess I'm gonna have to change my mind about basswood guitars because I've gotten some before that were just feather light. I mean, they just felt like they were balsa wood. And these are starting to, I mean, this is feels good. I mean, it feels like a little bit heavier, you know. All right, so we got 3 springs and just the real thin trem block on there. Thin metal claw. It's grounded. So yeah. What else can you say? Strap buttons they're okay. They're not terrible. They're not the super thin metal ones. So those don't feel so bad. And this is a 3-ply plate on the back too that matches the pick guard. Same antique white. Neck pocket is really nicely done. No stress cracks in the finish there. Neck is, you know, cut real well. And chrome plate has the Donner logo etched into it. Okay, so we don't have to do anything to this one. We don't have to file the nut slots down or any of that stuff. It's really good, really good. All right, so let's see what else. Okay, we're gonna do the pickups. Bridge pickup. is 14.3. Middle pickup says 3.72. That seems low. 3.82 on the neck pickup. 1.9 on neck and middle. 2.99 on the middle and bridge. So the bridge pickup is pretty hot, seems like. I don't know, 14.3. So, okay, there you go. There's that. That's it. Let's take it upstairs and put it on an amplifier and see how it sounds. Okay, so I am going through a Laney LF60 Lionheart Foundry 60 watt solid state amp, and I'm running into Reaper for recording, and we've got an SM57 close mic'd, about centered on the cone, and we're on a clean channel. We're going to start with the humbucker position. Humbucker and middle. So you can hear the difference between the humbucker. You know, I took the multimeter and I checked the humbucker. The humbucker is super hot. These single coils are not they're not high output. So volume's all the way up, tone is all the way up on both tone knobs. Middle. That middle sounds good. All right, middle and bridge, or middle and neck. And the neck. Wow. So it sounds really, really good. This was 89 bucks, less than 90, just shy of 90 bucks for this guitar. I mean, okay, that's the humbucker. This is a humbucker middle. Not a big fan of that tone. Sounds really muddy. That's better. That's the middle. And then the middle bridge. Not bad, not bad. And the bridge. So yeah, this thing sounds pretty darn good for a $90 guitar. So, all right, let's haven't tried the trem out on it. So these are super fresh strings. Most of these really cheap bridges, you know, I mean, this is a Strat bridge. You're not going to do deep dives with this. Tremolo. If I can even get this thing in here. There we go. There we go. All right, so there it is. That's the Donner Q1 Seeker series, Seeker Designer series. Other than the weirdness with their website and the eBay listings, really be careful. You don't want to pay $299 for this. I'd put this on par with a Squier. I think this is way better than a Squier debut. I'd say this is probably in line with the Affinity or the Bullet line. It's great. I mean, there's not a lot I can say bad about it. Pickups are a little, they're not the greatest. The humbucker I actually like the sound of. I don't like the humbucker mixed with the other, the middle pickup. That neck pickup actually sounds pretty decent. And like I said, you could update this to 2 humbuckers, 3 humbuckers if you want to, because of the way the body's routed. That's a plus. Full thickness body. You could put an updated bridge on it, tremolo, with the thick block if you were, if you're one of the people that think that helps with sustain or whatever, tone. The tuners on it, I wouldn't mess with those. I think they're great. The string trees are absolute garbage. I would get rid of those and put something better on there. Probably the roller type. What else can I say? I love the paint job on it. It is really that bright red. This is a great guitar. I'm really surprised. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating because I review so many guitars and I get these that are just, this is like a diamond in the rough. It's beautiful guitar. This is a great guitar. That's why when I started this channel, I would rave about how great cheap guitars were. And then I started to get some, goose eggs that were not good. And I started to question the whole thing about whether cheap guitars were worth it. And then I had that Monoprice, the Indio that I had just bought from Amazon. And that thing was, that was terrible. But this guitar this is a great guitar. This is even better than the, the DST 80 that had the ash body. That guitar had some issues. I wasn't a big fan of that guitar. I think this is a better guitar than that. I think that guitar had El Nico pickups on it too, and I think this is a better guitar than that. And then I've got this is a Area Pro 2, which is probably made in the same factory, but I think tone-wise, I'm going to do a review on this one here pretty quick. I think tone-wise, this is every bit as good as this. And the Area, I think these are either just shy of 200 or just a little over 200. So when I do the review on this, you'll be able to see, because when I'll put all this stuff in the database so you can see the information. I think this is a better guitar than this. So the Donner, I've had good guitars from them, and I've had some that were not that great. But this is a fabulous guitar. If you can pick one of these up for less than $100, this is a good buy. Because I've bought some sub $150 guitars, some sub $200 guitars that were not great. Pretty bad quality control and everything. this is a really good buy. This is a really nice guitar. Anyway, there you go. Jay Salen Guitar. Thanks everybody for tuning in and watching and supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Got more guitar reviews coming. We're going to do the Area Pro 2 there. I'm supposedly working with Fesley, but they haven't sent me the guitar yet. I got the PRS, finally got a PRS guitar that I won from Searching for Tone. We're going to do that. I got a couple amps like the Laney. That is an amazing amp. Wait till you see the review on that. That'll be good. So yeah, so we're going to keep going. Might even give this one away. We'll see. I think it's almost time to do a giveaway. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.